Hello. Um, I'm going to be explaining two of krashen's hypotheses. First, I'm gonna explain the natural order hypothesis. It basically states that grammar structures are acquired in a predictable order. This means that children learn grammar in a specific order. Let's take a look at this chart. Um, Three experiments were conducted. The first experiments, they tested children that learn a first language, and they noticed a specific order in which they learned grammar. First, they would learn plural, and then the progressive, then the irregular past, next the articles, then the contractible copula, and then the possessives, next the third person, and last the contractible auxiliary. In the second experiment, um, children that learn a second language were tested, and it showed a different result. They learned the plural first, and then the progressive, and then here it changes. They would learn the contractible copula, then the contractible auxiliary, then the articles, then the past irregular, then the third person, and last the possessives. So we kind of see a difference. Then in the third experiment, adults were tested. They would learn a second language, and their grammar order it kind of changed. So they would learn first the progressive, then the contractible copula, then the plural, then the articles, then the contractible auxiliary, past irregular, third person, and last the possessive. So in the last three, we kind of see a resemblance in these children that learn a second language. So from these experiments that were conducted, we can say that children that learn a second language have a different order from the children that learn a first language. Also, children and adults that learn a second language show a similar order. And last, I want to say that rules are easiest to state, not always to acquire. This means that a teacher can give you the rules that you want to learn. However, you're not going to know it, in the first try. It's going to take practice for you to actually learn the rules properly. And last, I wanna say that even though the natural order states that grammar is learned in a specific order, we can say that is not true because grammar isn't learned in a specific order.